Hey guys, this is Ofo, and this is a never used battle I had against Les. But before we actually get into the battle, I do want to cover a few things. First of all, I know I haven't posted in a while, and the main reason for that is because school has started last week, Tuesday for me. So, and I am in my senior year, but unlike some people's, it's not a slacker year. I actually have a lot of difficult classes, and I have a lot of homework every night. It ranges from about probably 2 to 4 hours every night. So I'm very busy. I also have other obligations, so I'm finding it hard to actually battle and commentate. But fortunately, I did get this game. I think it was 2 days ago. I actually only had about 30 minutes to get a game, and that's probably about one actual game. So this is my first game I played, only one I could play, and it actually turned out to be pretty good. So I'm going to be showing it to you guys. But I'm actually I am pretty sick right now. I don't know if you can tell by my voice, but I'm actually home sick today, which is kind of gives me a pretty convenient opportunity to post up a video for you guys. But I guess that's all I really have to say. Let's just get into the battle. So I decided to lead with my Duskull, as he leads with his Kangaskhan, and I predicted him to lead with Kangaskhan because I thought that I would be immune to his normal type moves, but that was me completely forgetting about his ability Scrappy. So I think Kangaskhan gets it, Miltank gets it, maybe something else gets it. But so I do take a fake out, not as well as I'd want to, but I decided to stay in and hope that I can take another hit, and I actually do because he is running a Body Slam over Double Edge. So I do get off a Pain Split, and gets him down to a pretty okay range. And me back up to, almost full health. So I do go for another Pain Split, which does bring me back up to full, and brings him his Skunk Tank, which he switches into, down to about maybe a 3/4. So, I do know he's probably going to go for Pursuit, so I just stay and go for another Pain Split. Now this turn I was thinking that he might, switch up moves and, go for either the Crunch or the Taunt. So, and I was thinking of switching out, but instead I don't, and I just go for another Pain Split, which is kind of a mistake. So this following turn, he just goes for another Pursuit. I'm not going to switch because obviously I would just die. So to stay and go for a Nightshade, I was hoping that after Life Orb recoil, it was going to take him out. Unfortunately, he lives with just a Sliver. Just one of many times this game he lives with a Sliver, and he's able to take me out with another Pursuit, and, well, it's double damage because he dies to his own Life Orb recoil. So it would have been nice if I could have kept that Duskull around, but what can you do? I think that was actually a pretty good representation for what that Duskull's supposed to do. He doesn't always do his job super well, but probably the weakest Slick in the team, but I still kind of like using him. So I do go into my Beartic as he goes into his Kangaskhan. I then switch out into my Basculin because I don't want to be taking anything. And I was thinking that I was going to be able to go for an Aqua Jet this turn and outspeed him. Unfortunately, not only is he faster, which is just me underestimating Kangaskhan's speed, but he gets a critical hit, which means my Basculin dies, which would have been a huge asset to me later on. So now I go into my Skunk Tank, and so I thought I was going to outspeed again, but again, that's just me underestimating Kangaskhan's speed. So I was predicting him to just go for Sucker Punch, predicting my Sucker Punch, so I go for Pursuit. Or something like that. I thought he might switch, but instead he just goes for Drain Punch, gets some HP back, and my Pursuit will not kill him. He then goes Sucker Punch the next turn, and I just go for it because there's no reason for me not to go for Sucker Punch. So now he brings his Basculin, and because my own Basculin's dead, I have nothing to take a Water type move. So I have to go to Hypno to take that Aqua Jet because I knew that his Basculin would outspeed me, and obviously he has his own priority, so Sucker Punch would not go first. So I was hoping that after I Protect to get some leftover recovery, that I was going to be able to survive a Waterfall, but then he shows Crunch on the turn I Protect. Even seeing that, I don't really have a choice. I have to stay in, and I'm hoping he's going to overpredict and go for Waterfall, predicting a switch. He actually does, but and I thought I could survive this, but unfortunately I guess he gets pretty good min-max, and he takes me out, so that's really bad. Now I really have nothing to take this Basculin. I have to go in, so my last resort is to go into my Chatot and hopefully take him out with one Hyper Voice. Unfortunately, he lives with just a Sliver, which is obviously min-max variation. and he is able to take him out with one waterfall. So it is another double down because of life orb recoil. But I mean, it would have been really nice if I could have kept that chat around. It would have been a really good member. So now I do go into my bear tick, hoping he's going to go into his Torterra, and he actually does, which is really good for me because I can threaten him out with a 4 times effective ice move. So I do go for substitute, predicting a switch. Unfortunately, he does predict that, and he goes for wood hammer because he doesn't want me setting up, bulk ups or substitutes. This is a bulk up substitute superpower icicle crash set. But here I go for icicle crash, and I know he's at almost full health. But I mean, this is 4 times effective and stab, and I have 252 attack investment, so I assumed it was going to take him out. But yeah, it actually doesn't, which means he's definitely a defensive wall. And unfortunately for me, he does even despite the fact that he lives with a little bit of health. I get the flinch, so that's really good. But now I do go for a sub, which is actually kind of a mistake looking back. I decided to go for it because I figured it wouldn't really hurt, and he might want to switch for some reason. But he doesn't, obviously. He had no real reason to, so whatever. But this next turn, I do go for icicle crash and take out this Torterra, which is great for me. But now I believe it's maybe a 3. I think I have 3 guys left, and he has 2 guys left. He goes into his Luxray, which does get the intimidate on me, meaning that I can obviously, I'm not going to be doing as much damage. But then I miss an icicle crash, and he gets the paralysis with this discharge, which pretty much means that instead of the 3 guaranteed hits I would have gotten with icicle crash, which probably would have taken him down to about half HP, now I only get 1 hit. So, and that will actually probably come into play, and I will point that out later. But I do go for icicle crash, and because I am at -1, that does nothing. But I still expected to do more than that. But who knows? I guess it is neutral. So he's going to be able to take me out this next turn with a discharge, or at least he could have. But he actually decides to switch and go into his Alakazam, or his Kadabra rather. And I have no idea why he did this, because if I didn't get fully paralyzed this turn, there was a chance maybe that I could have taken him with icicle crash. Now I am at -1, so I kind of doubt it, despite Kadabra's frailty. But I could have always gotten a crit, or maybe gotten some hacks myself this game. Ironically, does get a crit with this Signal Beam. Not that it mattered, but whatever. So now I go into my last guy, which is my Skunk Tank. I am forced to go for Sucker Punch this turn because he will outspeed. So I do, and I kind of almost half expected him to live with a Focus Sash. But he actually, he doesn't. He dies to a Sucker Punch, so that means he's probably definitely Life Orbed. So now he goes into his last guy, which is his Luxray, and with it comes Intimidate, and that puts me at -1. So I know that I have no chance of winning this game with any attack I have, like in Pursuit or Sucker Punch, unless I go for Explosion. So I know I'm at -1, but I am Life Orb, so that puts me at neutral, and I was thinking that this might take him out, especially in conjunctions with Aftermath, which I completely forgot actually doesn't apply, because, it's my last Pokemon. But that ends up doing nothing, which means that he actually might be a little bulky. I might have some defense investment, I'm not sure, but he took that really well. But, yeah, I mean, I think that earlier, if my Bear Tech hadn't gotten paralyzed and hadn't missed that Icicle Crash, and I'd actually gotten those 2 extra Icicle Crash damages in, that might have been enough to actually, for that explosion to kill him off, but who knows. I do feel like I got the short end of the stick hacks-wise this game, but whatever, it was a really fun game, and I hope you guys enjoyed, so I will see you guys later. Bye.